Well, good morning. Um, Hope everyone's doing okay. Let me see here. I'm doing all right. Um, I ran 14 miles yesterday. I'm on my long weekend and um, didn't get called in. Probably won't get called in for ages now. It's not like it used to be. Uh, uh, my running's good. I did 100 miles. I ran 100 miles last month. So feeling good about that. My legs are getting bigger. At the stand-up service talks that we have, what the supervisors gather everybody around, and it's not the first time I've heard it, but they're like, "Oh yeah, you got to drink 8 ounces of water every 15 minutes." I'm not a doctor, and don't take this as freaking doctor advice, but I don't think really drinking 8 ounces of water every 15 minutes is actually healthy. I don't do it, and I've never got dehydrated in my life. I ran 14 miles in the heat yesterday, perfectly fine. Um, I've done a lot of exercises in heat, so and I've never had any problems. I think drinking that much water, you're just going to drain out your electrolytes. And then you're just going to have water and you're going to just fatigue your kidneys or whatever. Um, I mean, I've heard people say, well, once you're thirsty, it's too late. Well, I don't know. I mean, my urine is light yellow. Um, Definitely, if your urine is Coca-Cola color, you better watch the frick out. It should never be Coca-Cola. Yeah, your urine should not be Coca-Cola. It should be kind of like Mountain Dew, you know. Um, they say if it's clear, then you're drinking too much water, right? So, so kind of drink water, but don't drink too much. Sip it, like span it out. Don't drink a gallon all at once. So throughout the day, you're you're drinking warm water, and you're drinking little bits throughout the whole day, and you'll be okay. I mean that's what I do. But I'm not a doctor. I don't want to take a piss every 30 minutes. That's basically what you're going to be doing. It's just pissing all day. Um, so the balance of electrolytes, um, potassium and salt, magnesium. I don't know what the ratio is. But I'm feeling pretty good. Um, I got more overtime this last week. Not 12-hour days, but I hit 3 10-hour days, so I think I'm going to make more money this next check. 2 in a row at 16 is rough. But I got my Ninja Hyper Heat working. It really makes the hard-boiled eggs really good and easy. Got plenty of rice, so I'm getting better at not being lazy, eating shit food. Because I like eating shit food. So, yeah. It's good to have summer here. I like carrying out in the warm weather, the hot weather. And yeah, we used to have paper day. Well, 2 more weeks on Tuesday, and the papers are no longer going to be printed. So, yeah, volume is light. It's prime time, but it's not really a big deal because we have a million employees. So pretty much, it's not that we're losing money. It's just like one extreme to the other. You know, you got a middle ground that stuff. Can't go from one extent to the other, where you're working too much and then you're working too little. Gotta kind of put it in the middle. You know, that's what you gotta do. The middle, because it's a reward. You're working for reward. Um, when you're in a situation where you don't think you're gonna pay your bills, I mean, that's one thing to think about when, you know, so many people are losing their jobs now. And with AI removing jobs, when it comes to civil unrest, people are often good when they're working. People are often doing bad shit when they're out of work. It's not a coincidence. You look at the statistics of people who are getting involved in crimes and getting in trouble. And then when they're unemployed, but then those same people, when they're employed, seem to not get in trouble as much. It's like a job provides structure for people and then gives them the reward of a paycheck. So that's something to think about when it comes to like, what the heck's the economy gonna be when the petrodollar's gone and the countries aren't gonna reinvest their money in bonds and the dollar's worth nothing. And then on top of that, freaking, you got unemployed people, and at the same time, the cost of living is going up. At the same time, everybody's losing their money, and the money is worth nothing. What the hell's going to happen? And then, of course, all this crazy stuff with surveillance and the control, like it's kind of a dystopian kind of society we're turning into. Or if we're already there, it's kind of freaking nuts to think about how is the economy going to thrive when you have people that are broke. That's the question people don't really answer. It's like, I get it, efficiency, but if you have broke people, they can't buy anything. So then how is the economy thriving when you have a bunch of broke people that can't afford shit? They don't really answer that question. So I think small business, more of a personalized business, is better than these huge business. Then it's more of a personal thing. Less apt to be just focused on the inhumane process of efficiency and externalizing all the manufacturing that has happened. When you think about the energy, we could have invested in other forms of energy for sure, but they are making money, and that's what their purpose is. It's not really the interests of the people. So it's a troubling thing to think about how the war ends, never should have began. I mean, that in itself, trying to go away from oil would have been smart from the beginning. Then we wouldn't have had to be in this never-ending war that we're involved in to try to make sure the countries still use the dollar. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Whew. So the question about, like, how do you make a world a happy place, or like a smooth place, I guess it's a philosophical question. We're seeming to be involved in a never-ending loop of conflict. I don't know. It's crazy just to think about it. But on an individual level, you know, treat people right. Um, yeah, it's it's a mind-boggling mind spin of the rabbit hole of ethics, behavior. Yep. So, but yeah, I'm happy and grateful that I have work at least. But then again, if you're broke and you can't have anything, you'll get used to it. Well, I would. I've been broke before. You know, I mean, some of my best times in my life, healthy wise, physically fitness wise, is when I was unemployed. For real. Um, it's not the end of the world to have to downgrade your life. But people don't want to downgrade their life. It's understandable. And that's, I think, what people have to come to terms with what's coming down the pike or already here, is you're just going to have to downgrade your life. What do you really need? What's really important to you? And then all the other stuff that you're buying, is it something you really like anyways? So that it's not the end of the world. Stop spending your money on stuff that you probably don't even use. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. And the rent. Oh man, I don't know why I'm so tired. Well, I ran yesterday, but I'm always running. I guess I got up a little too early. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a nap. I got a bike today. The heat. I feel good though. So, I'll catch you guys later, and I'll check in with you guys later. Thank you.